All right. Well, you shouldn't have had too much to download because um because it's not like I've been adding new mods into this game.
Okay. Yeah, well, it was, yeah, a silage bunker, and then
I had a thought today. I think this is maybe what happened last time. Um, so or well, yeah, in the last couple days I had this thought. Anyways, um, the first DLC comes out next. I think it's next month. I don't know the date yet, but I think that's when you bought. I think that's when the game went on sale, and that's when you bought it. Was when the first DLC dropped.
oh, right.
Because the actual game went on sale because by that time it's already been like, you know what, 8 months, six
Yeah.
months.
Well,
Plus I think they put it on sale then because the DLCs that's the thing that people are gonna be.
yeah.
Which I do want this first DLC.
All right. There we go. What are you doing here?
We got we started this map over, but grabbing the combine's fine.
Okay. Back to it.
Because we got a field to harvest.
Oh, I kind of titled my stream. Kind of wanted to, well, maybe talk about. I mean, well, a little bit talk about. I don't even understand where all the controversy. But I guess right now going on, there's a big hubbub of like between like the commentating on Supercross. So like Ricky, that Australian dude. Okay, which field we going?
Follow me.
Okay.
Follow me.
Okay, I'm ready then. But anyway, the commentary, like Ricky, that Australian dude, the well, not so much the girl that got on the floor, but the guy that used to be on the floor, that other guy. I barely knew who he was. Put it that way. That's why I don't even really.
And he was a former racer.
Well, yeah, he was a. Well, I know that, but I mean, like
that this field over here. That's where you're going.
Okay, just right here, 10. Oh,
yeah.
Nice. Guess I could. Oh. Yeah, anyway. Oh, I mean, I knew that, but, like, it was kind of like... I was a bit indifferent, like, I guess I didn't completely... him. I guess I didn't notice he wasn't there. But I guess I guess... You know, there's a lot of behind-the-scenes drama, and... supposedly Ricky and guy, but Ricky kind of bagging on him, and there's some of it on video a little bit. I don't really understand where the beef comes from, but I guess the fans loved him, thought his commentary, and I guess as I think about it, yeah, it was his play-by-play, but I don't know.
Well, I wonder if it was in a qualifying round because I didn't see anything.
Well, no, it
when
was
I
like
watched it.
no, the where he dissed him, I guess, was in like pre-race stuff, but it was like
Oh, I never watched that either.
well, see, I don't either, so I didn't know a thing about it, and everybody's
Well, you gotta unfold, the combine.
I know it. Thought it did. I was too busy talking and wasn't really paying attention. But yeah, so it was like a recorded segment, but they did. I guess I saw it on YouTube, and yeah, it was. Yeah, it wasn't very tasteful. It was tasteless of how he said that. I really don't understand. I really don't understand where the beef is, other than the fans, and I don't know if it's a vocal minority, but the groups I follow and stuff bag on Ricky's commentating, wish Ame goes back. They just say it's, and I agree, Ricky isn't that good, but I like to see him there, I guess because he's the GOAT, but I guess to me, I'm not
I like him and Stewart together, because unlike Emma, where I guess I kind of felt like Ricky was kind of picking on Emig a little bit.
Well, yeah,
but he doesn't pick on Stewart. It's like they have, even though they were competitors, even though they were really in the fight competitors, they seem to really respect each other in that.
Well, right, and
when it comes to the commentary, and it seems like they respect each other off the track a little bit, like even though they were fighting for championships against each other.
Yeah, well, exactly, and I've seen other podcast appearances where Ricky sort of talks a bit about stuff like that, and I don't know, maybe Ricky's a douche off to certain people off track and camera and stuff, but I don't know. I mean, yes, I don't know. It's hard to have an opinion because I tried even watching or listening to some, to this Dave Blair's video all about it, and I guess because I didn't have context for what he's talking about, all this, I wasn't following commentating that it was changing and stuff, and didn't see all this coverage. So I guess, to me, again, without context, he comes off kind of whining about it. I mean, it sounds like he was done dirty, but also sounds like, well, I think that's just par for the course for TV. Sports commentating in general. I mean, there's politics, who's who, and all this. And now, while I agree with a lot of other sentiments, I don't think he's very good with that other guy. I don't like the other guy, but I guess I'm not really listening to the commentary, I guess I'm watching the racing and formulating my own opinions. I guess I don't know. the commentating isn't a big thing for me, but I guess it is for a lot of other. That's fine, but I can. But I guess, yeah, him and Stewart are a great duo. This other guy just doesn't, to me, add anything, and that David Blair, he was good on the track. Yeah, I guess I wished he was there, but again, I'm one where I don't need to be spoon-fed what's going on. Just show me the race. Well, don't cut to all this stuff during the race. I mean, granted, he does all this pre-race stuff, but I don't watch most of that stuff. And the in-between race stuff, I mean, I am not paying attention to it because I just want to see the races. You know?
Yep, I want to see the two qualifying heats, and I want to see the
heats,
championships.
Right, but yeah,
that's where. Unless like now Chase Sexton did get into last gen's qualifier because of a wreck.
But yeah.
And unless there was some like you hear that he got into a wreck in the last gen's qualifier and you want to see it, that would maybe be the only case where I'd watch a LCQ.
Right. Well, and there's talk, and I've suspected this a while too. Is like sometimes Supercross can be a little boring because there's not always the storylines, but people are watching for the riders and the rider story stuff, and I guess that's where the commentary kind of comes in. But I'll look for stuff off the broadcast if I care that much, and I don't really seek a lot out, but again, I don't have time to. That's the thing. That's why I'm probably not a typical viewer of it. So I didn't even notice that this guy was gone, And I guess I didn't even notice when he was there necessarily. I mean, it wasn't like. I mean, I don't particularly like this gal, but
which guy is this? Because I was thinking you were talking about the there's this. He looks like he's a shorter guy. And he's really built like he must work out.
This guy,
and he's always running around on the floor with the.
Well, he's been gone. Well, he's been gone since. Was he there at Daytona? Yeah, I don't even. I don't know if I call him a built guy.
So that's probably not the guy that I'm thinking of.
Is that okay? And that's the thing. We shouldn't be one to debate this too much because. Like I said, I had to look it up to see what his face was, and then I was like, I didn't recognize was. And after seeing his face, I'm like, but then I guess when I heard him talk, I was like, oh yeah, I guess I didn't notice he was gone. But I guess a lot of fans, they liked it, and I think the writers did too, because he was really into interviewing and all that stuff, and that's what I'm saying. I didn't watch the pre-race stuff where some of this might have came up, like so.
I'm looking them up now.
Yeah,
let's see.
Well, and then there's a whole he made like a 30-minute video, and it's very kind of rambly in my opinion, and I couldn't follow the timeline. Like I couldn't follow his chain of events.
No, that's not the guy that I'm thinking of.
Okay.
Because the guy I'm thinking of he was there at Daytona. I know he was, but speaking of commentary, and this is kind of
this guy was gone by Oakland, whatever. I guess the network kind of did him a little dirty.
Well, what I noticed this weekend was that that gal, her name's Will, wasn't there, and they had this Katie. I think her name was Katie Holmes or something like that. I noticed that the Will wasn't there.
The who?
The other gal was named, and she wasn't there this weekend. They had a new gal.
Oh. Well, nobody likes the gal with the accent. They can't her, and it's like,
well, that's the one that was gone.
Okay, yeah, well, I guess good riddance. I don't know. I was pretty indifferent about her. I mean, I don't know why they
I
can't bring
don't know
back.
if she's gone. I just know she wasn't at Daytona.
Yeah, well, Daytona's always a different race as far as who's putting it on. So, but this is basically, I guess the whole deal is nobody likes Ricky. He's not the best, but
Yeah, I don't think he does too bad.
I don't think he does too bad either. I do
He
legit
does good
miss
enough.
him.
Like you said, I mean, he does good enough. Like, actually, I think he does a pretty good job because he if something happens, like if someone gets in a wreck or something, he does a good job of explaining that to people for the most part.
Yeah, well, some people say he just trips over his words and all this stuff. I do miss like Ralph Shaheen and Emig, I guess. But again, I'm there to watch the athletes do their thing, not falling face.
Yeah.
Like that's very much secondary, but people are almost
well, you know what'll happen if the network decides to actually do something. You know what'll happen is they'll just give James the spot.
Yeah,
for the whole
I feel
for
like
the whole season.
Yeah, well, I feel like Ricky has probably so much pull that they'll, I don't think they'll dump Ricky unless there's so much of an outcry and like ratings go down because of it, but that's not really gonna happen.
No. Well, I think with James, like James is very he's very, very likable. Like I don't know how you could the way he commentates and everything. I don't know how you could hate his personality.
Well, same here, and and like Ricky, when it was the three of them in there, I forget the other guy.
Well, they had Chad in there for a little bit last weekend, but I didn't watch that part.
When Malcolm won, James was in the booth. Ricky was, it was like 2 laps to go or a lap and a half or whatever, and you knew he was going to win it. I mean, Ricky was like, James, you need to get down there, that sounds something to me. It's like he says, James, you should leave the booth now and get down there. He didn't, but
but what the network did was James interview his brother, because I noticed they don't normally do that. They have one of those people on the stage do that. They had James do it from the booth.
Yeah. Well, yes, they did, but like Ricky was like, you should physically down there, not just a interview. I mean, that's what it sounded like. I mean,
yeah.
That's why it kind of, I don't know. Maybe Ricky's real good at on a good face. Cameron, maybe he is. I mean, people hated Ricky, when he started winning. He wrath and all that, but and he was very driven. I mean, I think he was gonna, he wasn't gonna get distracted, so he probably came off full standoff. I mean, I don't know the guy at all. Maybe he is a jerk now. I don't know, but I find it hard to believe he's this monster.
No, so I don't know if I don't think I ever told you this, but I had a roommate in college. He was a huge Jeremy McGrath fan, and this was when Ricky was towards the end of his 250s, maybe just about starting in his 450 career, and this guy absolutely hated him even then, and he wasn't even up there yet. I was like, why do we hate him? It's like he wins races.
In podcasts and all this stuff, and it sounds, he respects McGrath. He's like, the only way I could beat this guy is I just had to outwork him, out-train.
Well,
and McGrath admits that. McGrath is like, it's like, yeah, I didn't have to train as hard as it. I was just that good, you know. And Ricky acknowledges that. He's like, well, I'm going to be champion. This is what's going to take to get it, you know, because I don't have the skill he does, you know. And he said that, you know, that was the thing with James, you know, the respect he has for James. Like, James just had that natural talent, but he also had my work ethic. So, I mean, it just crashed him. You know, he went too far.
Yeah.
You know. And James admits that. You know.
Yeah. Well, that's, you know, I think with James would, Ricky wouldn't necessarily ride as much over the edge, whereas James would let it hang out.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it would just catch him.
Yeah.
Kind of like, sort of like Chase when he's trying to jet, except for he really can't handle getting over that edge, and then he ends up wrecking.
Yeah.
Usually.
Well, that's it. He just, still got a little bit like Tomac's early years, I guess. So he's got to get, or I don't know if that's a team thing or just, but he's got to get over those dumb mistakes, like rider error, the truly rider errors. And you can tell, especially that one where he threw it all away. He had the lead, or well, he had second place. So he didn't need to win. And you could tell that was all. He knew there was nothing. There was no other person to blame but himself. He sure knew that. I mean, you could tell he had some humility there about it.
Well, what do you think about like Roxon actually winning this weekend? I mean, not James. Malcolm led a little bit, and Roxon was doing good, and then he kind of fell back, and then he started doing good again, and Webb was up there. Chase, of course, had to. Chase did the same thing 2 races in a row now, where he was far behind, and then he had to train. I honestly, last year races, I think Chase has been the fastest guy on the track, but his starts just...
Yeah, he just can't get the starts fixed. I mean, just not there. And yeah, I mean, I guess maybe that's why I root for him a little bit. I mean, I like them all. I like it when Webb wins. I like him. Like I said, I really like Jet, but he's gone or he's out. It's really neat to see Roxon win, just because he's been trying so hard all these years and injuries and all that. And it's honestly, he's riding better than he's ever ridden, I think. You know, and he's becoming almost like a Chad Reed. He's about to sort of age out, you know what I mean, a little bit. But he's actually getting better in his old age. Oh.
You know what I found out this weekend? I didn't know that Ansi that was racing the 250s is already 31. He's already 31.
Yeah, he's been hanging out there for a while. I mean,
but they said he was actually over. He came over from Europe doing the Moto GPs.
Yeah, that's.
So you could tell he's like. He's good and everything, but you can tell he's just like this. It's either now I do this or I'm never gonna get a chance to.
Yeah, well, it's been even with having some of the guys that you want to see out, it's still been entertaining. It's entertaining races. I hope Chase can pull the championship out, but Webb, he's pretty cool to see him win it. I don't think Roxon has a chance, but it is still mathematically possible.
I thought. Okay, I think Webb was tied before this last race, but I thought Roxon still had a chance for it. I guess I was kind of hoping Roxon would be the winner.
Well,
but,
and that's the thing. I'd be happy with any of those three, I guess.
yeah, like I don't hate Chase or anything. Like it's great and everything. I just that I have like a couple that I'm just favoring a little bit more than.
Yeah. Oh, I get it. I mean, he's a harder rider to like, just because he does have less of a personality. Speaking of which, I can see if I made my picks.
Oh, I did because I watched it on Sunday night.
I think I did, but I. Oh, speaking of that, I did use some of my Rocky Mountain cash and bought a.
Oh yeah, I used mine up like the week before you mentioned it.
Okay, well, and that's the thing because, some of the money, not like all of it, but whatever you earn at the beginning, expires in 30 days. So that's why it goes up and then it goes down. Well, I got it at the high, and I basically got a free T-shirt.
Yeah, I let it hit like $14, and I'm like, okay, well, I better use it.
Yeah, because that'll pay for most of the T-shirt. Get like a T-shirt, like shipping. So difference $8.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was like $4.
But you mean what the heck?
Oh, I was oh, I didn't do my picks, so I better do them. I was logging in to do it, so I better.
Of course, it's because nothing is consistent this year, and that's how I do. When I'm doing good, that's how I do good, is when things are consistent, and I can be consistent on my picks. But this year I'm doing horrible.
Well, I'm not doing great either. Like I guess I'm gonna go Webb, Sexton, Roxon, I guess, but I mean, I feel like that's like a toss-up. Like all of those guys could. Heck, you could even have Anderson.
Well, then Malcolm proven that he can even has proven that he can even get there if he's having a.
Well, yeah, if he has the night.
Great night.
Yeah, he has the right night. Yeah.
I mean, even last weekend, he was leading a few laps. Well, it's just that Roxon finally caught back up to him.
I see 10th place. Who do you pick? And I'm almost going to put Plessinger in there, but I feel like he'll do better than that. Maybe Justin Hill, maybe?
I'll let you pick, and then I'll tell you. Who I pick a lot at some of those higher number spots.
Well, I'm talking about the wild card.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Now, maybe he could get up.
No, he
could have time. I'm going to do Justin.
He had a good race this last weekend too.
Well, yeah, he was right in the middle. Okay, I did Justin Hill for 10th place. I go with my gut. That's what I thought first out.
So I've been picking Shane McElrath a lot.
Well, I did.
Maybe not every race, but I pick him a lot for those like 12th, 11th. 10th.
Well, yeah. If it's like 14th place or 3rd, yeah, I usually pick some. Or Savacci, Joey Savacci.
I don't think I've even picked him once this year. I've completely kind of forgot about him until you.
Anyway, I went Webb, Sexton, Roxon, Anderson, Stewart. Although I almost thought maybe I should change Stewart or Anderson. I don't know. I guess we'll.
See, I think I went Chase, Webb, Roxon, and then
I'm probably gonna kick myself not picking Chases. Hey, did you know this will be the race? He does everything right and has an 8-second lead.
and then I picked Malcolm and Cooper just because Cooper, like he didn't just have a good he didn't just have a good race in the championship, but he had a good heat race too, because he was leading it as well.
Yeah. Well, no, I know. Right. I mean, that's the thing. If Jet and Tomac were still in, this would be even harder because honestly, I don't think Jet would just dominate. You know, he'd always be up there, but I don't think he'd just dominate. I don't think anybody.
I don't think he'd win every race.
No.
Win a lot.
I don't think he'd won.
There's so many races where Chase wins and stuff.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It would be so hard to pick that first place because you'd have 5 guys that could get it. You know.
The other thing is, like, sometimes when he doesn't place first, he's like back in the pack because something happened.
Well,
and he's not even he's not even in the top 5. And if you picked him in your top 5, you're like, SOL.
Yeah. This getting dumped at our farm somewhere at our elevator. Yeah.
I'm assuming at the Green Bend site.
Well, that's on our elevator.
Takes a lot of water for these.
Oh, that made me think of something. I let Tucker farm sim 30 minutes. Kind of earned it. Let him. Anyway, and we're just on no man's land. And he's just totally. I mean, you could say ruined that map. No, I don't. Not like I was.
Yeah.
Anyway, he bought a bunch of chickens and stuff. I don't know where they are. Like, what happened? Like, he went into the stuff and buying about like 15 roosters and, you know, just started.
Well, they have to go to a coop.
Okay, well, do they automatically go to coop if you have them? Because we probably have.
They'd have to, otherwise you would never be able to buy them.
Okay, so I gotta. Well, I mean, you've seen his streams, kinda.
Yeah.
So, like, there's so many buildings, I don't know. How, like, when you're looking at the map or something, how would you find them? Well, I mean, would it be flashing or something that nature?
No, it would be like if you look at this map, you're right next to where the coop is, because that brown thing is the coop.
Yeah.
It has a sign that has a chicken on it on the map.
Okay.
So there should be something like that on. How much more water do I need? I think I have one more left. Yes. One more tank left. This is a lot of water. It's up in the top right corner.
Yeah, I see that. Well, I don't even see icon.
Oh, well, on mine it's there.
Mine says no animal. Well, anyway, so it would. Okay, well, I don't need to see it on this map. Just telling me that will help me find them, because probably spammed. Well, not, but you know, 10 or 12 chicken coops. I'm possibly, you know. So.
What, you have like a rooster here and a rooster there, and like.
Well, that's I mean, because he wanted to see him. It's like, well, I don't know how to find him. Because he has so many buildings, and then I have a lot of those third-party buildings and stuff too.
Yeah. I've been working on my river. Speaking of third-party maps and stuff, been working on my Riverbend Springs like off stream, and I'm up to got one windmill and I think 12 solar panels now.
Okay.
But I've done so much grass silage because that's my big money maker on that map to try and get the money that I need to fund stuff. And I've gone over the same fields over and over and over. Finally hitting the point where I'm just like, I'm tired of this.
Yeah.
I think I'm getting to a point now where I'm like, I don't get rid of the map because I have a feeling that like I wait like 3 months or something and then I'll be like, oh, you remember I was building something on that farm.
Yeah.
And but I think I'm finally hitting that point where I wanna take a break from it. I mean, I've already kind of taken a small break from it for like a weekend, but I think now I'm finally hitting that point where it's like I want to go do something else. Actually, there's 2 maps out now that came out this last week that I want to play, but one of them I probably will, because it's well, they've both been on previous versions. I think the one that I want to play has been on. This is the 3rd version it's been on. Because it was on. It originally came out in 1925, but the other one is the logging map from the Platinum Edition on 22, and I didn't play it on 22, and now that it's come out, I think I want to give it a try. I haven't given it a go yet. But I want to wait. I want to keep that one for at least a stream.
Yeah.
So I might not do that one, but the other one I'll probably. I probably the other one because I don't necessarily need to stream it. I don't think. Tucker was telling me to play
Minecraft Dungeons, probably.
yeah, the dungeons thing.
He's just heard of that. I mean,
When he was like, it's a dungeon crawler, and download it. I'm like, I don't know. I'm assuming that I can, but
well, I don't. Yeah, I don't know if it exactly is a crawler. I don't know. Completely understand what that is. Friends, so it's probably true. He wants to get it, but I'm like, you got to learn how to play survival if you're gonna do that type of game.
Well, that's the other thing is like, I don't think I know he doesn't understand. Like, the map I streamed last time.
Well, I shouldn't say he doesn't know what a dungeon crawler is because he knows like Legend of Zelda and stuff like that because we've watched countless walkthrough stuff. They love this one guy that just beats. It's called You Can Meet Video Games. And anyway, this guy deep dive. I mean, like every little detail in his videos can be like 3 hours long, and multiple sittings. So he probably does know. It's just watching something like that and then playing and trying to solve the puzzles or whatever is 2 different things. Because
yeah.
Like early after I got my NES Mini, I had to use save states. I mean, I guess I didn't do it the true way, but I mean, I had a heck of a time getting through the original Legend of Zelda. I did it, but I had to look up little tricks, things, and like where I should go next and all that. And some of it was I remembered a little bit. Just I got to play it a little as a kid, but I mostly was watching something, so I kind of knew things where things should be,
Yeah.
That like starting fresh, like going blind and not knowing anything. Like I've never played Link. Well, I've never played. I've seen it played, outside of back in the day, A Link to the Past, but I had never set out to play. I probably couldn't my way through.
Well, now that you say that, I'm like really hesitant about doing that. It's like that's not what I'm trying to play, for one thing. Number
Well,
two,
no, he just ignore it when he says that. I mean,
like that's not. I'm streaming Minecraft for you. It's like, but I'm not gonna. I don't want to play something like that. That doesn't sound fun to me.
well, that's the thing. I mean,
It's one thing. It's one thing if it's
offline, other than with you, because and when I choose, I mean, I just like he's got. But shouldn't say he doesn't know how to do puzzle games, because there's. I mean, it was a Japanese arcade, but it's called ROM, and it's a puzzle game. It's levels of puzzle you got to solve and collect all these. So I wouldn't say it's a one game, but it's a one scrolling screen. There's enemy push over walls sometimes on it, solve the, and you're timed and all this. And he can by using continues and spamming the coin button, he can beat it. He can beat the last level. I mean, he can eventually figure it out. But say 1/4, he can get to like level 12 and stuff, which is pretty good. So he does understand puzzle solving, but not like Minecraft dungeons or. So.
Well, because I started the Minecraft map that I did a few weeks ago, and I was like, I wasn't expecting to fall into the map that I did, and I started looking around, and I was like, man, this is actually kind of what I want to play for a survival map right now. This is absolutely this is unexpectedly good, and kind of leans more towards what I want to do, my survival wise.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I really kind of want to play. I kind of want to play it a little bit, and kind of see what I can do. And actually, I'm to the point with it. I'm like, I think what I'm gonna do is make sure that I back the map up so that copy the map so that I don't technically ever lose it.
Yeah. Remember the seed or whatever.
No. You can copy the world. So if you find something you like, got it in a state that you like, but you don't know if the next build's gonna work out or something, you can copy the world and then just leave it. Usually what I do is I name it, like I'll put kind of like what Word does. If it is say something like is the same name as something else, it'll put a 1 behind it. I'll do something like that so that I know that's my sort of like a safe state, so I don't lose it. Because I guess part of this is one of the guys I watch on YouTube a lot, or I shouldn't say a lot, but one of the guys, but the series I'm following on Minecraft this guy I like to watch, he plays, the way he plays is when he dies in a world, that's the end of the world. And he makes these very elaborate, like castles, and he's figured out how to use the cubes to make circles or make it look good, and it just amazes me. But the way he plays is, once he dies, that's the last to stream that world.
Okay.
And I guess what I'm thinking is if I were to die, I don't necessarily want to lose the world. Play on the world if I've already died. So if I keep the save state, then it's just like, okay, well, I kind of went back.
Yeah.
Which I guess it doesn't really matter because I'm the only one that. I'm the only one that's gonna ever bug, but I kind of want to do some stuff in this Minecraft world that I found a few weeks ago. So. Yeah, and he was like, oh, you should explore over there and do this, and like, I kind of want to do that stuff, but I'm like, I'm also trying to survive this, so.
Yeah. Well, like I said, he hasn't played Minecraft in, oh, well, maybe 2. He hasn't.
I was wondering because he hadn't mentioned it, and he hadn't really mentioned it lately, so I didn't know what was what.
Yeah, he just hasn't really earned it yet, or earned it back. He's got to work on it. Like I said, he earned some terms. I mean, we do other things. Video games, we definitely a privilege.
Yeah.
And although that'll be tomorrow, I did let Trip play all by, well, I was sitting, but I mean, I let him control it, play Minecraft. Thing is just from watching, he knew where the inventory button was and where stuff he wanted was. He just had a hard time ever using. I gave him the controller, able to, but you know, his hands are so small. He has to have it on there. He can't do multiple buttons very easily. But he was able to do what he wanted to do, and I let him. But Tucker doesn't know that he's gotten to play it because it's when Tucker has gymnastics on Fridays, and and then because it's boring for him to sit there. And Trip has his own gymnastics, but it's every day of the week. Cool. And and it's, I call it gymnastics. Actually, it's more what Tucker does, kind of sort of like that, you know, the warrior. But it's kind of they do more of an obstacle course, kind of.
Yeah.
So but it's where they do. Trip has a similar thing, but they stretches and, you know, little. But Tucker did that too. Sort of teach. That's why I might. But anyway, so he got to do. I told him. I don't think he told Tucker that. I told him not to tell him. But I figure, well, he'll pull out. But I don't think he did. So, so he'll probably tomorrow night will. That's how we'll play. But I did it on one of Tucker's worlds. He went to a different area and he got a couple of beds down and he wanted to they set things up. I mean, but it's next to the water and there's. Oh, I should. They're one of these kind of fish type. Put a bunch of those down and they sit there and they swim from next to pick out of that. Swim next to bed. But yeah, like he knew how to go to sleep and stuff like that. That was kind of the Tuck, but like when Tucker does get to play it, he'll probably either triple tell him or Tucker will notice like, what's all this stuff over here?
Yeah.
So that'll be good. I could have started his own one. The worlds are big enough. There's enough room to build. Well,
Yeah.
heck, I have a underground, an underground aquarium, I guess is what I connected 2 rivers and made it so it flows underground, and then put like glass block, and I have a house, under there, but one I can watch the and I think that's why he did what he did, is I did. Florida, he wanted to do that.
Yeah.
I didn't know either, but I was just like, oh.
I know, I think it was Tucker was excited to tell me about it. Okay, then how does that work? Because this mower is not folded down.
Well, I'm gonna dump this. I'll probably pack it up. I might. I have a bit of a cough. Throat is a little scratchy. I didn't want to talk anything out.
It's fine.
I did want to stream. I didn't. It is really breaking the action, I guess.
Yeah.
I still haven't taken the time to get through the video. A watch party. Test that one of these nights. Off stream, but just maybe stream. Let's see how play it back, and then like I would stream how it worked, just see what it would look like.
Yeah.
I haven't figured out gone through my videos. I mean where they are. I copy them, put them in a folder, make a playlist. Okay, well here will be a little bit more.
I built a few things. I've been buying equipment and building.
Like $30,000.
Well, I built a silo.
Okay.
For grass. Here I was talking about I was tired of mowing.
Yeah. I don't mind mowing. Well.
Well,
I guess I gotta say
like
the potatoes got to wearing on me, but I guess it's just those
But I've got equipment that'll make it go faster. Like, now in 25, I don't have that equipment yet. It hasn't. Well, it may have come out in third party, but it hasn't come out on the mod hub yet. But I've got some things to make some of that easier. I do this, like, the only reason that I'm on Riverbend that I'm running or I'm mowing all because I'm silage is a good way to make money, and you get like 3 cuttings a year. But I've got so much, I got so many grass fields, and I'm running them all the time that I just finally got to a point where I'm just like, I'm just kind of tired of it. But the thing is, like, I'll be mowing on other maps. I'll have to mow at some point in time. It's like, it's gonna happen. But that's why I was thinking of taking a break from River. Like, there are times where I get to a point I'm like, okay, I wish I kind of could mow, and then I'll go back to the map and do that. But also, I want to. I guess my goal in 25 is I started with Riverbend Springs because that was the base map. I want to see if I'm assuming it'll be 3 years before the next game will come out.
Yeah.
I want to kind of see if where I can get that map to in 3 years, you know.
Yeah.
And knowing that there's going to be times where I'm not going to play it because there's other maps I want to play and stuff, but
Well, yeah, and
I,
yeah,
you know, there was times on 22 where I was like, oh, man, I haven't played that map for a while, that starting map, that Elm Creek map. I'm like, I kind of wish that I had my game save and I kind of kept it going and stuff because it's like I kind of wouldn't mind playing what I had and seeing where I could take it. But so that's why I'm kind of trying to do that with here. When I had to buy manure because the one we don't normally run productions, but this map, since it's on here and built into the map, might as well. Plus,
yeah.
I don't know, like I don't. As far as we've been going with maps and stuff, I don't know if we'll ever get to that point or not. But it was kind of funny though. Tonight I was getting ready to set this map up for us, and I ran across that Bucks County again. And I know you mentioned it in the past, and I was like, now that I kind of know that I can start the farms and then bring you into them. I'm like, we might have to do that one next week.
Okay.
I got about 4 or 5 different maps. I kind of want to like the ones we've been doing, like Elma and this Iowa Plain and the Australian map. But then I was like, I kind of want to bring that Bucks County map again. Although I hope they bring that over into 25 because that would be fun with the new GPS and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I was also there's one map on 22 that I was wanting to play, and actually I wanted to play it on the multiplayer, but then I haven't ever set it up, and I'm pretty sure it'll probably come over to 25 as well. But I was gonna try it on 22, and I never did. So I thought about just like rotating between the 5 of them until you do get 25. Looking through the workbenches.
Yeah.
I've never.
Well, see, I was trying to put the combine in here so I can So, but I could.
That's not exactly perfect.
I thought I'd be able to, walk under it as well.
Well, you can.
Well, it wouldn't.
I guess it depends on how you wanted to walk under it. It's just that there's a few collisions that makes it hard, but for the most part you can.
It acts like it.
Yeah, you should be able to.
I'm just.
Yeah. You can some of that stuff you can move it and take it to like you can take it to the other side of the map if you wanted to. And then when you close this down, or when the game closes down and whatever, the next time it goes back to where it was.
Well, maybe because we don't have any, right?
No, it shows me the chicken icon.
Okay, so. Okay, well. I think I'm gonna shut